Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey Nebraska, registration is officially closed for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who've lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those serving today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. Saluting our troops and veterans. God bless America.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies to go along with light winds. We'll see an afternoon high around 88. Tonight, clear skies and calm winds with a low around 64. And tomorrow, mainly sunny, but stray showers are possible in the afternoon. We'll see a high around 90. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 92.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ironhide Construction is a Nebraska-based general contracting and steel construction firm. Their expert team is experienced in building innovative construction solutions across several industries. While they were previously known for their extensive experience in steel erection and metal buildings, they've continued to evolve over the last several years into a full-service general contracting firm. They take pride in their commitment to quality, cutting-edge technology, and having a passion for what they do. For more information about their services or to discuss an upcoming project, visit www.ironhideconstruction.com or call 402-420-4961.
Hey, Husker Nation, Matt Davison here with 1890. It's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, and to keep that momentum going, we need your help. Nebraska's always been a leader in college athletics, and we're doing the same through name, image, and likeness. NIL is a unique opportunity for every Husker fan to have a direct impact on the success of our programs. Through 1890, 100% of your contribution goes to the student athletes. So go to 1890nebraska.com, choose your sport, become a member, and help the Huskers recruit and retain the best. Go Big Red.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good morning, folks. It is Tuesday. It is Tackle Tuesday. Hopefully you're tackling your Tuesday already. It is Nick, AG, Raff. Fellas, it was good to get another good night's sleep last night, but I think I could use one more. One more. See what happens.
Always one more.
AG?
What's that?
You in the house?
Yeah, I'm in the house.
Raff,
Everything
you in the house?
back to normal.
Good morning.
Nice. AG, we were texting last night, man. AG, what's the aftermath? Because I was watching even the Weather Channel before I went to bed last night, just out of curiosity. You guys got a ton of damage in your city, man.
Yeah, I mean, fortunate enough, our neighborhood is pretty much was trees down, stuff like that. But I would say outside our area, I'm not sure. I'm thinking more towards the city. That's usually where damage is at. That's where a lot of damage happened, a lot of floods, but not by us. So just out our neighborhood, like I said, just trees down, and so debris of trees, branches, stuff like that, leaves. But in other areas, yeah, they lost. I say my wife's cousin actually lives down here. She's with us now because she does not have power. And a couple of my former teammates that play for the Texans and that play for the Packers as well live down here, and they're still without power for overnight. And so I had a doctor's appointment, I had a chiropractor appointment, all that got canceled. So it was a jammy day yesterday. And clearing out the garage, got working on the house a little bit, since obviously it was really nothing else to do but that, and make sure the house. I'm actually go up into the attics and just check the roof, make sure nothing is up there that I don't know because of the wind damage or winds that was hitting the house over Sunday night. So check that over.
Dude, I'm glad you guys are good to go. Like I said, I got a few other buddies down there in different areas like you. Some of them had a few trees down, etc. But they said, man, other parts of the city did not fare so well. Downtown in particular, Houston.
Yeah.
A lot of work to do, put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think about like the older homes that are around
Mhm.
cities when you get
Trees.
Mother Nature doing this in trees, right? Come in and do her thing. And those trees and older homes, they've been around 50, 60 or 100 years, and they can't take the pounding, because the pounding was consistent for, I say, once the sun set. I say it was probably around, I hit the sack around 11 on Sunday night, and I'll say it was probably about an hour later, but I was in REM sleep. My wife was shaking me. I was like, I was half in, half out of sleep, but I could hear the wind beating on the windows and the house. So from about midnight till about, I would say 6 a.m. That's how long the wind went, and banging on houses. So our house and all the neighbors' house and all the houses in Houston, Texas. So,
wow. Hey, Jim, glad you guys are good to go, man. I know.
Thanks for all the text messages as well.
Absolutely, brother. I know your dogs are good to go, because the picture you sent us yesterday, I was like, man, I showed my daughter, showed my wife, and they were dying laughing. They're like, look at his face. Look at their faces.
They're big enough to withstand a hurricane on their own.
Yeah, 100%. But you wouldn't have known that the night of, right? They're crying, and my wife, she's the one that stayed up with the dog, so that she was a zombie yesterday, because she was like, I got no sleep. Da 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 da. I'm like, trust me, I understand. Let me get to the work of cleaning out the grass, taking out the garbage, washing, whatever. That needs to be done. I'll get it done. You paid the cost of no sleep last night, because they were all in her. Those two big dogs jumped in the bed with her in one of our guest rooms here, and it was like, oh man. I said, I know that wasn't fun. I know that was not fun.
Raff, how's Alabama? When you coming back?
I love it.
Alabama is good. I return on Saturday.
Okay, sounds good.
Good morning, Nick.
Can we expect more shirtless pics of you with your
Oh,
dog?
AD, come on. All right, that's time to go to break. It's time to go to break.
Is this Nick or was this Raff?
That was AD. That was AD.
Hey, Raff, I want to know. I'm just putting it out there. I want to know. I looked at that. I'm like, this man got his dog and no shirt on. Raff is living life down there in Bama, man. No shirt.
We do morning cuddles.
Morning cuddles. Okay.
We do morning cuddles.
You're gonna start a trend, or you probably have already, or you took out somebody else.
Can I ask you a question, Raff?
Yes.
What do you do during the day when you're down there?
What do I do during the day?
Yeah, like what do you got on the docket today? What's the day consist of?
Today we're going to go find Tracy some golf clubs. We are going to maybe hit up Top Golf.
Okay. How many times have you been to Top Golf in the last 3 weeks?
Just once.
Okay.
Once or twice, maybe.
Once or twice, maybe.
Hey. All right. Hey, anything else on the? Anything else to do today?
I'm gonna smoke a cigar, probably.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. What else is there on the docket? It's pretty much my life, just in Alabama, not Lincoln.
Hey, I'm envy you, bro. I envy you. That's the life right there, bro. That is the life. I'm waiting for those days.
38 things to do today.
Yep.
I'm counting the. Yeah, I got things to do. I'll be getting on the airplane, by the way.
A polo today.
Nick's list is not 38 things. Let's be honest here. AD, I can believe that, but Nick, no, not 38 things.
AG,
maybe not
over
all
under. I'll give the under for Nick. I give
maybe
under
not
for
the
Nick.
same establishment, but there's a list of multiple things.
Yeah, I could see Nick.
I would happily, and today would probably be a pretty good day to do so. Do like a day in the life video where this is what I would do.
You got a lot.
Hey,
do that. AG, I want to see this before we go to break. AG, I seen where you I shared, folks. If you're on Twitter for X, whatever you want to call it, X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
Check out Ahman's Twitter handle. I retweeted as well because we're going to talk about that as more throughout the show. You have your camp coming up next week, so I know you're busy.
This Friday. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. I'm jumping on a plane super early, so I'll be in Lincoln this time tomorrow. Or I'll be headed to Lincoln this time tomorrow. So I will not be on the show, but I will be in town and probably in studio on Thursday.
Whoa, AG in studio
and Friday. Oh,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I love it. Ralph, I'm just going to let you look at Pete Ferguson's what he texted in by yourself.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Pete, come on, Pete. It's too early, Pete. It's too early, Pete.
I deserve better in life.
Oh, man. Folks,
What do you mean better
I
in
deserve
life?
better life.
You're about to go and go to Top Golf, smoke a stogie, and go buy golf clubs today.
Yeah, it must be rough.
That's my normal life.
Exactly. Must be
Yeah.
rough. Rest of
Yeah,
us are working.
when
for
your
living.
hardest decision
Food on the
is
table.
should I go driver or
I
wood?
see you guys. Last week I saw you guys on the golf course every single day. You had Nick at
Facts.
Iron Horse. You got AD and
On a Sunday,
Vincent.
on my
just
one day off,
golfing away.
my one day off on the week on a Sunday.
I played the
I
day.
did it.
I played on a holiday and I played on a Sunday, and it's back to work. But okay, okay, shirtless, folks.
What? I like
great show for you today.
I enjoy being shirtless.
Husker offensive lineman. Big time revenue that's going on in college sports. Nebraska makes a big leap, and of course, the 1890 Collective has changed. We'll talk about that when we come back, folks. It's The Drive. We got AG in H-Town. We got Raff in Sweet Home, Alabama. Me and Nick here at the Mothership. 93.7 A Ticket.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Hey, Husker Nation, Matt Davison here with 1890. It's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, and to keep that momentum going, we need your help. Nebraska's always been a leader in college athletics, and we're doing the same through name, image, and likeness. NIL is a unique opportunity for every Husker fan to have a direct impact on the success of our programs. Through 1890, 100% of your contribution goes to the student athletes. So go to 1890nebraska.com, choose your sport, become a member, and help the Huskers recruit and retain the best. Go Big Red.
This is Coach Bill Bush. You all know my passion for Nebraska. Having coached all over the country, I can honestly say there is no place like Nebraska. You know where there's also no place like? Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank has proudly served Nebraska for over 70 years, and they're located in 9 different communities. Midwest Bank is ready, willing, and able to meet all your personal, business, and agriculture needs. Your community, your bank, and mine, Midwest Bank. Find out more at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part, we offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Hey Nebraska, registration is officially closed for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
There's that pit in my stomach. I hope that knot gets untangled and untied so that the Royals can be in contention for the playoffs come late August into September. I'm not holding my breath for it, but before I freak out and lose my mind about how bad things are right now, I'm going to choose to look back at last year and remember how bad 56 and 106 felt.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the pursuit of justice for those that have been injured. My name is Eric Hagan, attorney with Liberty Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call 877-42-LIBERTY. Our detail-oriented trial attorneys are committed to the highest quality legal representation. At Liberty Law Group, we will fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Once again, that's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Fellas, the weather here in Lincoln is actually gorgeous this morning, man. It is beautiful. It's not too humid. 67 with a high of 85 today here in the capital city. So regardless of where you are, we hope it's a great start to your day. Fellas, July 3rd, and obviously we were out. We finished up the show. We were all done by that time, but about late afternoon, Nebraska signs actually just athlete, you want to say offensive line or defensive line, Sean Hammerbeck. Baller out of Winter, South Dakota. I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to look at him. Raff and AG, just your initial thoughts, because that makes 3 offensive linemen we've got, interior guys that we have, all stellar, 6'6", 6'5", 260, 280. Guys, thoughts on it right away before we dig into the nuts and bolts of this kid.
Yeah, well, he's an ace in the hole. You don't know if he's going to want to play, or you don't know if the coaches is going to fight against him being an athlete, offense, defense, offensive line, tight end, defensive end. So he has the pedigree in terms of the physicals to really play anywhere and to help this team out. And then one comment that I've noticed in the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about recruit signings for Nebraska, is the fact that they're grabbing the kids that kind of feel left over. So the 3-star player is like a 3rd round or later pick in the NFL draft. That was my position. That was a position where I felt left over, and I was like, you know what? I got a chip on my shoulder, and I'm teed off. And the NFL and every other team that passed me over is about to find out who I am. And so This player here, Sean Hammerback, and other players are 3-star athletes and coming in. Look. Even though they got the choice, the picking of the schools is still a ranking process, right? They're ranked number 3. They're a 3-star athlete, so they got that chip on their shoulder. So I believe any player, including Sean here, has that opportunity to come prove themselves. And obviously he has the physicals to really prove himself anywhere. It's just going to depend, like I said, it's going to depend on the coaches making that decision amongst themselves. Like, do we want him offense, defense? Where can we put him and where can he succeed and help us out on our roster?
That part, AG, talking about the chip on their shoulder, there's a lot of truth to that. And you see that with guys that feel that I've outperformed this guy in this region or this state, whatever. Why is he have a 4? Why is there 5? It seems,
Right.
it seems, like it's not that big of a deal, but it really is for those guys. If you're a competitor, you're like, okay, bet I'm going to show you what type of athlete I am. Raff, what's your thoughts, my man?
First thought that went through my head is he has the potential to be a very, very, very rich young man at some point, because 6'7", 260. He's got the size. You get him in the weight room some. You get him up to like 280, 290. You mentioned it in the spillover. He's a basketball player, so that tells me he's got great feet and explosion. So I could see him playing in the NFL, playing tackle for a very long time if he puts in that work and everything. But I see him being a very rich man someday.
Yeah, a double machine, playing on the basketball court all state, and kind of has that frame. Like, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen tape on him, but just his size alone, 6'7". I played with a friend, good teammate, Mike Wall, and he was that athlete out of Huntington Beach High School, where he was 6'6" and was a tight end in high school.
Wow.
Or was a wide receiver first. Then he was a tight end when he left high school, and then when he got to the Naval Academy, he was a tackle. So. Just show you the growth, and then between metabolism and then ability and athletic dynamics, what Sean Hammerback can have in the case of coming here to Nebraska. So it could be a lot of little, like I said, ace in the hole. You don't really know where this kid can land, but it's all bonus and happy stuff for us as fans and coaches getting to watch and choose, pick and choose where he goes.
Let me ask you guys this, man. Nebraska beats out K-State, Texas Tech, Minnesota, Kansas, and others. But each one of those programs have been better than us the past couple of years. All of them.
Yeah.
You look at that. So what does that say about what people are maybe – is that part of I see something brewing in Nebraska? I'd like to be a part of it. Is that Raiola, and I mean both of them, is that ruling staff being diligent? But the stars part is something to me, yes. But I always look at, Nick, who else wanted these guys? Not saying that you can miss evaluation, things of that nature, but always look at who else wanted them. When you see a certain, be it out the K-States, the Texas, Minnesota, Kansas, and I can go with other athletes we brought in as well, commits. What does that say to you guys that Nebraska is starting to land some of these guys, although our body of work the past, we can go back to past 7 years as far as that goes, has not matched up with these guys we're beating out. What does that say?
I just think that, honestly, when it's all said and done, when you're looking at the staff, and you can talk about guys that Nebraska beats out, but then you can also talk about like the list of top schools that guys release and who else is in that list. The thing that I would add about Nebraska is that they give opportunities to play. And what I mean by that is the evolution that Matt Rule now has been here for a couple of years helps out Nebraska in this specific conversation, because year one of Matt Rule, they can say, we're going to let you play. Even if you're under the radar guy, you're going to get the same opportunity as a guy that was a scholarship recipient, right? Year one, we saw a little bit of that. Now, year two, they have guys that actually did play. And the first one that comes to mind is James Williams, right? Whether you're a walk-on, whether you're a scholarship guy, or it doesn't matter where you started the season at the depth chart. If at some point throughout the season they feel like you're one of the best 22 guys available, you're going to see the field. You're going to have that opportunity. I think a lot of times, one thing that has hurt Nebraska in the past has been their lack of depth. Right now, Nebraska is on this process and on this journey of building depth. So guys that get in and get on the boat now have a chance to kind of be at the top of that depth chart while it's not necessarily set in stone. And so Nebraska provides a unique opportunity that I think like the Georgias don't necessarily provide, and Kansas State's. Why? Because if you look at Kansas State's roster, they have a list of seniors, a list of juniors, a list of sophomores, and a list of freshmen. They have, especially up front in the trenches, like we're talking about with Hammerbeck. So Nebraska is working towards getting there, but having the ability to come in and compete right away, I think, is something that's probably attractive to a lot of these younger guys.
Yeah. And it also does not hurt one bit that you have the new Osborne Legacy Center to show these young men. I mean, that place is crazy.
You know, Raff, a number of kids in AG, I haven't seen it yet. Quite to be honest with you, I have not been down. I don't know. This is crazy. You know, the last time I was at the stadium, Nick, AG and Raff, it would have been, dude, this would have been Coach Soldier's retirement party.
Yeah. Oh, that was during the season.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd been.
Yeah, that was last year.
Was that last year?
Yeah, he got brought back last year.
Yeah, last year.
Because we had the reception up, and that was the last time I've been to the stadium, dude. So I there's a lot of things I want to see. I just haven't seen, but I want to check that out.
How about this, guys? You want to know where Nebraska probably wants to get to? I just saw this on social media. Georgia's 2024 offensive line class averages 6 feet tall, 6.5 inches.
Georgia's?
And 345 pounds.
That's their average.
They average 6'7", 345.
I still want to see movement
on the offensive line.
Need the hips.
I want to see movements. I want to see bending. I want to see strength, power off the ball. I mean, the stats don't really. They say a lot. They say something, but not everything to me. I'll say that.
You know, and what you guys are saying is true. You want to see it, but I think Georgia has shown that them boys can move for the past couple of years.
Yeah. Prove me wrong. No, prove me wrong.
That's where we've got to get to the point to where you're averaging guys to where you're deep like that. This is the first year in a lot of years we could say we honestly have experienced depth on the offensive line side of the ball. As far as that goes on the D line too, but specifically on the offensive side of the ball, this is the first year in a long time that we could say we have depth. Some guys who got some dirt, who's got some scars, who's got some bruises on them. Would you guys agree?
And I'd also say a big thing is, this is the first time in a long time where we don't feel rushed to get them in right away. I think you have the leeway to where you can get these guys in the weight room for a year and, you know, put some weight on them and get them stronger. So we're not feeling rushed like, hey, we got Hammerbeck. He's the #1 player in South Dakota. We can start him this year at left tackle or right tackle.
Immediately.
Yeah, and we don't have to do that.
They could develop, you know, and then you want them to do that because they get more comfortable. And it's more really, and then on top of it, people don't realize that sometimes it's a safety thing too, because with that, you know, new experience, that means you're not used to big crowds. You're not used to, you know, coming out that stadium. So all that's going to hit that kid for the first time, hit all the kids, all the new kids coming out walking out that tunnel walk. All that is like an experience. And then when you have those experiences for the first time and then wait a minute, oh man, I got to play a game, like focus. It's hard to, you know, put all that together, you know, so you got to make sure, and I said, so like Raff said, they could sit back and kind of gain experience and develop and get that timing down with what they need to do on the football field.
Well, because, you know, guys, like you think about it, you guys, we had to play those guys out of necessity, not readiness.
Yes.
And so we had them play them out of necessity because we didn't have the depth instead of being readiness. And we're beginning to change. We're beginning to change that script. Unknown texter, good morning to you. 2605 says, I think that says a lot about the man in charge compared to previous guys. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. Guys are coming in, and this is just reality. They are seeing something they haven't seen in the past. And I think the main thing is they're seeing Nebraska's on a trajectory to get out of this slump that we've been in since 2016. Let's be honest. It's been since 2016.
Yeah, and I'm watching film right now on Sean, and he's going to be a problem for the coaches. because I'm watching him right now. I'm watching film on a kid that can cover. He's a DN. He's coming off the ball. He's rushing the quarterback, but he's also covering the swing pass and or outside screen to the wide receiver and making the tackle too. So that tells me, obviously, he has range. He bends at the knees real well, and then he engages and disengages very fast. So, like I said, it's a good argument that's going to go down in the coaches' meeting rooms during fall camp and spring the next couple of years with Sean and a lot of players on that roster, because they got a few athletes they have recruited, and you want that. When you have players that can do more than one thing, they're a Swiss Army knife. that's something to have. And then that's something, like I said, it's a bonus in your back pocket. Be like, hey, you know what? We got so-and-so. He could go do that, help us out in that position when need be, So it's more a break in case of emergency, not, oh man, we need this help right now.
Right. It's good to have that leverage to have some guys in the waiting, man, for sure, in development. Guys, folks, when we come back, we got a little bit of history to discuss when we come back. It's Tuesday morning. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you are passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Hey, Nebraska! Registration is officially closed for the 40th Annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
Right now at Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. And I mean everything. Top tier equipment? Check. 24-hour access? You bet. Free fitness training? Always. Workouts in the free PF app? What'd I tell you? Even super friendly team members.
Hey, welcome to Planet Fitness.
Oh, hey. I was just mentioning you.
Hey.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th. See Home Club for details.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you, the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who've lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those serving today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. Saluting our troops and veterans. God bless America.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try any of their delicious breakfast burritos or sandwiches for a great summer breakfast with the family. And don't forget, 10% of all Karma Latte sales go to the Pediatric Cancer Action Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe. Now back to the drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This show is sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
In history, 1968, Wilt Chamberlain becomes the first reigning NBA MVP to be traded the next season when he moves from Philadelphia to LA. And we know what happened when he got to LA, man. It was just chaos on the boards, offensively, defensively. Wilt the Stilt was a problem. He was a major problem. And then speaking of Wimbledon, since it's going on right now, in 2016, Wimbledon's tennis Serena Williams beats Angelique Kerber 7-5, 6-3, equaling Steffi Graf. That's another name I've not heard in years, y'all. Steffi Graf.
Good player.
Yeah, she was amazing, man.
She's married to Andre Agassi, right?
I believe so.
I think so. Are they still married?
Maybe.
I think so.
I have to look it up. I remember she was married to him. Let's see, Steffi Graf. What you got, Raffy?
I got 2002, the 73rd Major League Baseball All-Star Game ends in a 7-7 tie when both teams run out of available pitchers. And I think that's what kind of kicked forward the playing to get into the home field advantage thing there for a little while.
I was at that game in Milwaukee. Yes, I went. It was a little thing I learned. I know Nick is going to chime in on this once I say this. That I learned being a pro athlete. It was kind of like high school. You know, in high school, you could go, you're a football player, you could go to the basketball games for a discount or do the baseball games. It was the same for the NFL. I was like, I was in, I became a Packer, being a Packer for a couple years. And I was like, I asked our sports information people, I say, how can I get tickets to go to a Brewers game? And they said, oh yeah, we know Brewers. We know some guys there, guys and ladies that work there. I'm like, really? So I start going to games. And then by that time, this is 2002, like you mentioned, Raff, I was like, you know what? I'm going to the All-Star game.
Let's be honest here. AJ.
Yeah, I was like, sweet.
AG, can we be honest?
What?
You just said I'm a Green. I need some dang tickets.
Yeah, you said. And if
No,
I
I did not. I just
let me know what I need
can I
to
get
pay.
some? Can I get a couple tickets to the?
Let's just cut the
to
crap, AG.
No, I straight up asked. First, I called my people at the Packers, and they said, "Ahman, here you go."
My
Well,
people.
my folks, well, you know, sports information, right? Ticket people. I said, here's the Brewers contact. Call this guy, and that guy. I gotta be mad at myself now. I cannot remember his name, but we were friends for forever. We still friends today, but now I'm just blanking on his name. But I called him up, and he's like, "Hey, man, we could get you in, get you a couple tickets. It's not the best seats." I'm like, "I don't care." I was like, "I'm a fan." It was left. What you say, AD?
You were in the dugout, weren't you?
No. I wish. Oh, that would have been dope. That would have been dope. No, I was in.
We have to do behind home plate instead.
I was in left field stands. I was in the left field stands. Okay, and I'm watching the game, and we get to the ninth inning, and I'm like, this game is going to end in a tie. And everybody in the row next to me like heard me, and I'm like, they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, look at it's the All-Star game. They don't go in the extra inning in the All-Star game. It's an All-Star game. Just think about it. You ever have overtime in the NBA All-Star game or Pro Bowl? They're like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah." And I was like, interesting.
In the NBA All-Star game, it's usually about 273 to 236. So
Right.
everybody's just kind of tired of playing.
No defense. Everybody dunking.
None.
Okay, here's I have a question for you guys. Can you name one of the center fielders
I'm out.
in the in the All-Star game that has a Nebraska connection?
Oh,
Jake Myers.
Darren Erstad.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Anaheim.
I didn't know if you meant all time.
Yep, nope. You're right.
Yep.
One of the final roster spots. Let's see. Here we go. Let's run through the starting lineups real quick because this is fun for me.
Yeah,
a couple
for me
notable
too.
names: Jorge Posada, the catcher for the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
Jason Giambi.
Giambi brothers.
Yep. So Jeremy obviously I don't think was on here, but Jason was the starting first baseman
for the Yankees.
Alfonso Soriano was the starting second baseman.
Yeah, good player.
Shea Hillenbrand, Alex Rodriguez, Manny Ramirez, Torrey Hunter, and Ichiro were the starters for the American League. For the National League, you had Kurt Schilling as the starting pitcher, Mike Piazza, Todd Helton, Scott Rowland, Jimmy Rollins, Barry Bonds, Vladimir Guerrero, and Sammy Sosa.
Great roster.
Those guys were decent.
Yeah, not bad. A couple of these notable pitcher names. How about this? Roy Halladay, rest in peace. Eric Gagne.
Oh wow,
I remember he was on this team. Rob Nen, John Smoltz. Obviously,
met John a few times.
Did you just go to the game, AG, or did you go to the home run derby also?
Just a game. Yeah. But I got a chance to meet John Smoltz a couple of times. It's a foundation in Appleton, Wisconsin that he attends. It's called the Red Smith Foundation Banquet, and he comes to that every year. And I can't remember what's the connection, but I remember going to the banquet. Appleton's about 20 miles from Green Bay, and I'm like, "Is that John Smoltz over there?" I'm like, "Hold up, time out." It's like, "How do you know that?" I said, "I play baseball, man. I watch baseball." I was like, "What is John Smoltz doing in Appleton?"
Know who you are?
Yes, he's a football fan for sure. Yeah,
how about that? Wet Blanket makes a good point on the text line. Apparently, being the all-time leading rusher for arguably the most iconic franchise in NFL history has its perks.
Hey, honestly, I forget that. That stuff doesn't even come to my brain when I'm in conversations with people. It doesn't. You gotta know me. Y'all know me. It doesn't even come in my.
AG, we know it doesn't, but man, it's fun to give you crap about it.
I'm like a 5-year-old when I see people, and then people be looking at me like, "You're Ahman Green." I'm like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, John Smoltz, he the dude for the Braves, great pitcher, MVP. I'm like, he's like, "You're Ahman Green though." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I know."
AG, our buddy David Free off DF says, "Sure, we can get you tickets, AG. You threw out the first pitch.
Which I did. I did that at Brewer Stadium too.
Oh, man. This guy. I did it at the Salt Dogs, so
It went from on Tuesday afternoon, him not having tickets, to Thursday, he was throwing out the first pitches hitting the dugout.
I didn't do it for the All-Star game. I did it for one of the regular season games in like 2001. So
Did you throw a strike?
What's that?
Throw a strike.
Yeah, of course. I know that was the whole when I got asked, when they hit me up, it was in the summer, going into 01 summer. And when I got the sports information phone call from the Packers, I was like, as soon as they said, Ahman, the Brewers are asking if you are available for this date. I'm like, what's it for? It's like the first pitch. I said, yes, I'm available. And in my head, I'm like, I'm about to throw the more heat than anybody's seen on the first pitch. And it won't bounce. It's going to go straight to the catcher. You see all the celebrities. You see all the politicians. I've seen pitches where people fall down. I'm like, how do you fall down? Throwing a pitch that you don't have, there's nothing weighing on the lines other than your form. Throwing the ball to the catcher. That's it. I was like, I'm not going to fail here. And I did. So I threw fire.
Did you throw a strike, Nick, when you threw?
I did, actually. It was somewhat surprising. So
the only time I threw out a pitch was for the Salt Dogs. Yeah, I'm not sure where the ball went, to be honest with you. I don't think they do.
Oh,
either.
no.
Raph, what do you got for history, my man?
We got a birthday today.
Mm-hmm.
He would have turned 77 years old today. O.J. Simpson.
Oh, wow.
Recently passed the juice.
Yep. Guys, I got to bring this up just because since we were talking about pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you heard about this. In the Salt Dogs League, the American Association, the Sioux City Explorers. I don't know. Have you guys seen any of this?
No.
So the Sioux City Explorers didn't have a starting pitcher on Saturday night. So they called the Iowa State representative, a politician who is 44 years old. J.D. Schulten. J.D. Schulten was the starting pitcher. 44 years old. They called him as the emergency starting pitcher. He goes on to throw 100 pitches, strikes out 2 batters in 6+ innings. The Explorers won 11-2 on Saturday with Schulten recording the win. JD was added to the Explorers roster around 3 p.m. and took the mound 3 hours later at 6 p.m. the exact same day.
I love stuff like that.
That
He's
is
still
awesome.
in bed right now with ice on his shoulder, but
yeah. Once again, so if I were to look up JD Schulten in Iowa, he is part of the Iowa legislature because he is a politician. He was added to the roster at 3 p.m. on Saturday, pitched at 6 p.m., threw 100 pitches, struck out 2 batters against the Milkmen. And Sioux City Explorers won 11-2. That's what happened in the Salt Dogs organization of the American Association just on over the weekend.
You know what did not get a lot of publicity earlier this year was Roger Clemens pitched for the Savannah Bananas one night.
Really?
Yeah.
Savannah Bananas. Love the name.
Savannah Bananas is a different type of thing.
Is that AAA?
Think of Harlem Globetrotters.
Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's super cool. It is really cool, and they're starting to sell out. They have a great backstory where the team was failing; it was about to die, and the owner was like, "We need to figure out a new inventive way to keep people engaged." And they started doing tricks and dances and all that stuff during it. And now it's basically turned into full on Harlem Globetrotter baseball. So
I bet you somebody does a Happy Gilmore hit. You know,
yeah, there's a lot. They'll come up to the seats and sit down next to you, and then that's how they start their walk-up songs. And then they'll do dances and stuff. There's a ton of videos. Like I said, really great story. The owner has been on ESPN and stuff telling about how he bought the team, and his wife was like, "Why are we buying a minor league baseball team?" Because they started out as an actual minor league team. They were failing teams, because they're out of Savannah, Georgia, obviously, and now they are one of the the highest gross minor league baseball teams in terms of making money because it's that spectacle for families, just like the Harlem Globetrotters were for basketball. And they actually just came to they're playing. They just played at the Field of Dreams field a couple of weeks
That's
ago,
in
if I remember
Iowa, isn't it?
correctly. And so it's out in Iowa. So
That's in Iowa.
it's a popular organization or team now, but not necessarily baseball. There's guys. One of my buddies, his name is Logan Foster. He might even be listening.
I used to coach Logan.
Logan.
What's up,
Logan
Logan?
played for the Savannah Bananas for a
Really?
year.
Savannah Bananas. That is
So
a great name.
during summer, college guys can go play for teams. Obviously,
Is Logan a coach at PSX now?
he is not. He's at Waverly.
Waverly, that's right.
Yeah.
Waverly.
So Logan played it at Southwest, went to A&M, and
back
then
to
comes
Nebraska.
transfers to Nebraska as part of that 2021 team. And then he coaches Waverly High School now.
Hey, Raff and AG, Logan Foster. I used to coach him when we played Little League, Major League Football, and he was a bruiser for a football player too.
Yeah.
And dude, he ran a couple dudes over and scored, and he came back to the sideline. I'm hitting him upside the head. I said, Logan, you out there running like John Riggins. He goes, thanks, coach. Who's John Riggins?
Yeah, I would have said the same thing.
Logan's great. I love that man. He's
Good family.
He's a really good dude.
Yes, good dude.
I like Logan
Great
a lot.
family.
Yeah.
Great family. AG, you got something quick for history before we hop back on for a quick break and come back?
Yes. Excuse me. Yes, I do. Oh, where'd it go? Where we go? So this day in esports, so Black Ops 2 throwback tournament happened back in 2015, where they called back. We're talking about Nick just mentioned the representative from Iowa coming back. So we had former pros of this game and of this title come back to play this game on Xbox One. It had been, or on Xbox 360. So Xbox One was the current gen at the time, but then they did a tournament to bring back some of the old rosters and older players at that time. I'll say an older player for esports at that time was probably like 12, 13. No, I'm joking. About 18, 19 years old. And the prize pool at that time, as I mentioned with the Esports World Cup just recently, that they're handing out a total of $66 million out there in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, just the other day. But now this prize pool had not, it was in the infancy. So the prize pool was only $5,000. But for at that time, back in 2015, obviously a lot of money for a gamer. So that was the history for today for esports.
I got one more piece of video game history, AG. Are you ready for this? What do you think happened 11 years ago today? The summer of 2013. And it's pretty relevant for the current week that we're on.
Yeah, I know what happened.
You know what happened?
The last copy, or the 2014 copy of college football came out.
NCAA Football 14 was released 11 years ago today. And on Monday night into Tuesday, it'll be released for the first time in 11 years. Guess what the lead college football story was that season, that year? This will put things into perspective. Other things that happened, Aaron Hernandez got arrested.
Okay.
That year, that just kind of put some things into perspective. Obviously,
level.
Yeah, Barack Obama was the president.
Yep.
The lead college football story, Johnny Manziel suspended for signing autographs for money. That was the lead story, or the biggest college football storyline that season in 2013 was that Johnny Manziel was suspended for signing autographs for money. Now you see the documentary, which, by the way, for the folks that haven't seen that one, I mean, he talks about flying to Miami on a Friday night, Vegas, flying back on Saturday morning, playing a game. And when he was, whether it was like intoxicated or whatever the case may be, he played his best football games. Yeah. It's just crazy.
30,000, 30,000, 30,000.
He's not in his right mind. So, of course, he's on
What
ball
was the coach at Arizona, which is recently?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury was their OC, and he goes to the documentary, goes, Johnny, are you okay?
Yeah. the best part was he's like, yeah, me and my agent, we'd go down to Miami, we'd make 30,000, and we'd come on back and play a game against Alabama. And I was like, dang.
Insane.
And just go off. Won the Heisman. Just, it's incredible. It's crazy.
The best is his family. That is just crazy. Because when he was in college, they all talked about, he comes from great oil wealth and he's able to travel to all these games. But his family they weren't rich. I mean, they had money, but they were not rich by no means. He's like, but the media just ran with it. And we just let them run with it. And the whole time I was just using my autograph money and stuff to go to all these sidelines and all that stuff. It was wild.
Yeah.
Folks, we come back. We're going to talk revenue. Money. College football and college athletic department revenue. We come back, folks. It's Tuesday. Thanks. It's The Drive. We'll be right back. The Ticket.
you can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather, sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies to go along with light winds. See an afternoon high around 88. Tonight, clear skies and calm winds with a low around 64. And tomorrow, mainly sunny, but stray showers are possible in the afternoon. We'll see a high around 90. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 92.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-on, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try any of their delicious breakfast burritos or sandwiches for a great summer breakfast with the family. And don't forget, 10% of all Karma Latte sales go to the Pediatric Cancer Action Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Hey, Husker Nation, Matt Davison here with 1890. It's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, and to keep that momentum going, we need your help. Nebraska's always been a leader in college athletics, and we're doing the same through name, image, and likeness. NIL is a unique opportunity for every Husker fan to have a direct impact on the success of our programs. Through 1890, 100% of your contribution goes to the student athletes. So go to 1890nebraska.com, choose your sport, become a member, and help the Huskers recruit and retain the best. Go Big Red.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zip line gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Prodigy Baseball Academy, Lincoln's premier baseball program, is excited to partner with the #1 national youth and high school program to offer a larger player development program with a national network for tournaments and recruiting. Prodigy Baseball has been nominated several years by the Lincoln Choice Awards for outstanding dedication to youth baseball. Come see the USA Prime Prodigy difference. For a full listing of tryouts and to learn more about USA Prime Prodigy, check them out on Facebook at Lincoln Prodigy Baseball or at lincolnprodigybaseball.com. USA Prime Prodigy is excited to announce the tryouts for the upcoming season. Prodigy Baseball is where players in Lincoln go to receive player development, a competitive tournament schedule, and incredible family atmosphere. USA Prime Prodigy will be hosting tryouts July 14th through the 16th at 6 p.m. at Optimus Sports Complex for ages 7 to 14. Jalen Wordley, Caleb Clark, and Mason McConaughey from Husker Baseball will be there to sign autographs and talk to the youth. Tryouts start on July 14th at 6 p.m. Learn more at lincolnprodigybaseball.com.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans, begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the pursuit of justice for those that have been injured. My name is Eric Hagan, attorney with Liberty Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call 877-42-LIBERTY. Our detail-oriented trial attorneys are committed to the highest quality legal representation. At Liberty Law Group, we will fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Once again, that's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement. Strike three, you're out!
Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
This is area race announcer James Rowland. Join me and Bree Fansteel every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket for the Finish Line, where we cover all things motorsports from local racing to racing around the world. Every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history. 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory, finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green, all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back Tuesday here on O Street. Raff, who's it by, my man?
All right, this segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florial's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. All you have to do is visit florialsne.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. Boom, got it.
You know, unknown texter 9949, good morning to you, Josh and Lincoln. He's asked us earlier, talking about the athletes. I think we're talking about Ben Hammerbeck, switching positions. She goes, what do you think of them taking a bunch of athletes and flip-flopping them between receivers and corners? How often does this work out when you just try to plug a guy in? Guys, go ahead and weigh in.
I say it works out. I say if it was percentage, I say it's above 50%. I'll say that because some coaches, obviously, being a former athlete, they'll know where players can go, and then sometimes it's just a luck of the trade. Really, it happens. Where you put a kid in and you think, oh, I think he could do this, and boom, he does it just by happenstance. And sometimes that's how it works. It's not rocket science. It just comes down to knowing the athlete, knowing what that position looks like when it's being done the right way physically. So we're looking at a wide receiver, looking at a defensive back, and then thinking about good defensive back. Sometimes it's just thinking about knowing what you've seen as a fan or even as a coach, what a good defensive back, what a good wide receiver looks like, and making sure that player has those same physicals and has the same mentality to get the job done.
Rafferty.
Yeah, I think too. I think it happens more than what people think sometimes, because we get the report that offensive tackle, but they played, defensive line in high school. So they've got that experience. And then you've also heard, how many players have we heard through the years that played quarterback in high school? Then they got to Nebraska and they played receiver, defensive back, or, so I think it happens more than what people think. I think it just gets more talk when it happens, when they come to college and start playing at one position, like Doss, where he played, at wide receiver, and now they move him over to defensive back. And then it gets more publicity. But I think that switch between positions happens more than what people think.
Happens a lot.
And I think that, like I said, depends on the pedigree of the player that you're bringing in. Obviously, if that player has the potential, like a Hammerback, to play both, you're dealing with a guy that's that is a high IQ, football IQ, and he's got the athletic ability to back it up. Guys, going into this next segment, ranking college sports programs by revenue. They did the Big Ten, SEC lead, all of those. You guys, that list that we were looking at, it's got Alabama at 10. And in 2023, last year, they did $199,913,000. You guys, here's the thing that shocked me about Alabama being at 10. It was a notable drop, okay? And they dropped 3 places from a year ago. Their men's basketball, because remember, Alabama had a heck of a basketball season last year, okay? Went up by 1 million. But Raff and Nick and AG, here's what surprised me. Football revenue went down by 3. Why? I have no idea.
3 notches or 3
million.
3 million. Okay. Well,
I have no idea.
Maybe because I don't know. I was gonna say they weren't in the football playoff, but they were in the
They were.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, and
they ended up being beaten the Rose Bowl by Michigan.
Yeah,
100%. I mean, watching Alabama this season, you knew that parity had caught up to them. Other teams in the FBS playoff had caught up. Teams like Michigan and the other. So I think fans knew that too. Not saying they had information on what's going to look, what Alabama's going to look like in the next couple of years. You just, you get that feeling as a fan, like, man, this might be it for them, not knowing that Nick Samuel's going to retire, but they're struggling, especially you watch that Michigan game. Michigan caught up a lot since last year's entrance into the playoff. So just seeing that and other teams catching up, Georgia has been right there, going, blow for blow with Alabama between recruiting, but then also this right here is a competitive side of it too. Is more the fiscal side, financial side, but it's there because of who you have on the roster, how many games you're winning, and who's coaching your teams. So when you have all that kind of in the equation, then it makes it interesting on what happens in terms of revenue and who and watches who and how many people watch the games that are happening.
Let me ask you guys this. Raff and Nick weighing on this here, and AG as well. Do you think Alabama fans got somewhat like Nebraska fans during our heyday to where it's like, yeah, why they're going to win anyway, so why spend the money, stay home, watch it in the sports bar, watch it in the garage, a friend's place? Do you think they just assumed that Alabama's going to be there regardless, which they ended up getting to the playoffs? But do you think sometimes you get maligned with success?
Go ahead,
Raff. Any game.
I'm not sure if it's that so much. I was kind of wondering too, maybe about the other sports programs, because like going down like to the Iron Bowl, I guess it's been a year or 2 years now. I mean, they still like the lots are still packed with campers. I mean, they get down the night before the game. It's, how Nebraska used to have the one lot. I don't know if they still have the lot for the campers and stuff like that and the RVs, but Alabama fans, I mean, they're different. I mean, they're there the night before the game and the lots are full. So I just wonder if it's the other programs maybe are not pulling the weight as much as maybe they had in the past, because I just don't feel like, I know the Alabama fans expect to be, in the like kind of the 90s Nebraska. They expect to be there, but I think that enthusiasm is still there for Alabama football. I think that's something with Nebraska. You're never going to lose that. You're going to have those people that are crazy for the sport and for football.
Could we correlate it with like Nebraska volleyball to where there's been such a dynasty built by one coach, by one name, that going forward, like if you're Alabama football here, and I think Nebraska will go through this at some point when John Cook retires and is no longer the Nebraska volleyball coach, at some point it's going to be a pretty steep mountain to climb for the successor.
Big time.
Like that's why it was so fascinating about Kalen DeBoer, because if you take away Kalen DeBoer's playoff appearance and the way he flipped Washington, does he get that job? And once again, it's like one of those things where Alabama, because of the name, is still going to be prevalent in college football.
100%.
Just like once, but then now it's up to Kalen DeBoer to be successful and carry on, figure out a way to build his own legacy as a coach of Alabama.
But I would
good analogy.
I would tell you this about Alabama: they're genius in the way they've handled the transition of Kalen DeBoer and Nick Saban. That Nick Saban's still getting paid $500,000 a year to be a senior advisor for the football team. They haven't, parted ways completely with him. He still has a face on that campus, and I think that's going to give it gives DeBoer an ear, to talk to and to a sounding board. And I wish Nebraska could have been more like that, in some of their past, that they could have handled things better. And I think Alabama's took those steps to not completely be like, all right, DeBoer, this is yours. They still have Saban there to be a sounding board.
Well, it's the same idea as Nebraska utilizing Tom Osborne, Coach Osborne.
However, they did not do that for the first.
I know they didn't, but I'm saying in a way, like if all universities are smart, which we know they're not, is that they should utilize that resource and the mind of some of the most successful college football coaches to ever touch the sidelines.
Nick and Raff, here's the thing. If you're a reader, you're reading to become more become educated on a certain topic,
knowledgeable,
a broader perspective. And Raff, what always blew me away, AG as well, and Nick, you had one of the winningest coaches in the history of college football right here and did not utilize him. Alabama said, "Oh, we're going to use you up, Nick." And you should.
And still pay you for it.
You should. That just always baffled me, fellas.
I'm pretty sure Nick started that conversation.
Yeah.
You're not going to get me for free.
No, it's no
You're not going to get me for free.
I'm going to be paid for this experience, and as he should be. We'll go down really quickly so we can get to Nebraska. At number 9 was LSU, who brought in a little over $200 million, 476. They hopped in from number 6 from last year, so they're down a little bit. Then you had Tennessee was in at $202 million. Then you brought in Penn State. It was $202 million, which kind of intrigues me a little bit because you didn't know if the coach was still going to be there or not, but they were still, and Penn State's got that big stadium overhaul that's going on right now. What, Nick? What is that? 300 million, 400 million, or something crazy like that?
Yeah. I get mixed up in all the numbers because there's multiple universities. Yeah,
it's huge. And Penn State has needed that for a long time. The last time I was there a few years ago, it's a very intimidating stadium, but one that's old, very old. And simple to you, the press box is like sitting in a shoebox. That's small for you. Then we come to Nebraska at number 6, guys. $204,831,000. Newcomer of the top 10, and we were 26 years ago. Why the sudden jump? When we come back, we're going to talk about Nebraska, how they made the jump, all those spots from 26 to where they're currently at from last year, 6 spots. We'll be right back, folks. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Hey, Husker Nation, Matt Davison here with 1890. It's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, and to keep that momentum going, we need your help. Nebraska's always been a leader in college athletics, and we're doing the same through name, image, and likeness. NIL is a unique opportunity for every Husker fan to have a direct impact on the success of our programs. Through 1890, 100% of your contribution goes to the student athletes. So go to 1890nebraska.com, choose your sport, become a member, and help the Huskers recruit and retain the best. Go Big Red.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try any of their delicious breakfast burritos or sandwiches for a great summer breakfast with the family. And don't forget, 10% of all caramel latte sales go to the Pediatric Cancer Action Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the pursuit of justice for those that have been injured. My name is Eric Hagan, attorney with Liberty Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call 877-42-LIBERTY. Our detail-oriented trial attorneys are committed to the highest quality legal representation. At Liberty Law Group, we will fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Once again, that's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Prodigy Baseball Academy, Lincoln's premier baseball program, is excited to partner with the #1 national youth and high school program to offer a larger player development program with a national network for tournaments and recruiting. Prodigy Baseball has been nominated several years by the Lincoln Choice Awards for outstanding dedication to youth baseball. Come see the USA Prime Prodigy difference. For a full listing of tryouts and to learn more about USA Prime Prodigy, check them out on Facebook at Lincoln Prodigy Baseball or at LincolnProdigyBaseball.com. USA Prime Prodigy is excited to announce the tryouts for the upcoming season. Prodigy Baseball is where players in Lincoln go to receive player development, a competitive tournament schedule, and incredible family atmosphere. USA Prime Prodigy will be hosting tryouts July 14th through the 16th at 6 p.m. at Optimus Sports Complex for ages 7 to 14. Jalen Wordley, Caleb Clark, and Mason McConaughey from Husker Baseball will be there to sign autographs and talk to the youth. Tryouts start on July 14th at 6 p.m. Learn more at LincolnProdigyBaseball.com.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bureau's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bureau's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Hey, Husker Nation, Matt Davison here with 1890. It's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, and to keep that momentum going, we need your help. Nebraska's always been a leader in college athletics, and we're doing the same through name, image, and likeness. NIL is a unique opportunity for every Husker fan to have a direct impact on the success of our programs. Through 1890, 100% of your contribution goes to the student athletes. So go to 1890nebraska.com, choose your sport, become a member, and help the Huskers recruit and retain the best. Go Big Red.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on The Drive. We got AG holding it down in H-Town. Hoping the first responders down in your area, HD, are all stay safe and get those people their power back and just their basic necessities. We got my man Raff holding it down there in the Huntsville area. Me, Nick, and Sarah here at the mothership. Nebraska, again, brings in $204 million in revenue in 2023. Guys, they jumped up to the top 10 of those rankings after a big jump from number 26 a year ago. The increase in football revenue, was that, you guys, because fans, we were just like, we want to see something new? Why the big jump?
Nebraska fans are crazy. They're re-energized. We got Dylan Raiola. Game on. Bring the money.
Well, I think more realistically, I think that just a new staff does that, right? It invigorates life into a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it with Scott Frost in 2018, and we see it with Matt Rule now prior to year one last season. I just think that you have to figure out new ways to invigorate life into a fan base. You talk about it all the time, AD, about apathy, and that's the worst thing for a fan base. At least Nebraska still shows up. Yes. And Nebraska, despite not winning games, they figured out a way to still fill the stadium. Now you can talk about the sellout streak, and you can talk if you believe it's fraudulent or if it's authentic. That's your place to decide. But they found ways through the red carpet experience and through other avenues to always fill the stadium, or at least get it somewhat close to full. And although the students aren't always the most engaged, they're still showing up. And so, like, through it all, there's still people showing up to the football games, which is the most important thing. I think this season, especially to build off of Raff's point, you do have a very notable name now in the fold in terms of quarterback Dylan Raiola. So that's going to sell tickets in their own right. And once, Nebraska starts winning and consistently winning, and maybe that's in the form of a 3-0 start, or maybe that's in the form of a 7-0 start, whatever it may be, Nebraska's going, that demand for the tickets are going to be on the rise. People are always going to want to come downtown for the game. And whether that's, hey, let's go buy a ticket that some guy's selling on the corner, or let's go to the ticket office and see what they got available for the 600 level on the east side, they're going to want to be in the stadium. I think we got away from that as fans because the product wasn't great, because it was more comfortable to sit at home or tailgate on your own and be away from all the traffic and the hustle and bustle of downtown. It's okay to feel like that, but it's not great for a large part of the fan base to feel like that.
Do you think also Keisei Tominaga plays into that too a little bit, just with how crazy the Japanese are for the for Keisei and all the press and media, the jersey sales and stuff like that?
Definitely. You know what?
I agree.
Go ahead, AG.
No, I was just saying I agree. It's all the athletics. It's volleyball. It's KC and basketball. It's women's softball, men's baseball, football. It's all the kids, all the coaches that are doing their job, regardless of what's happening. You know, Trev leaving, we get Troy Dannon in. You know, so now, but Matt Rule and his staff, they kind of been consistently doing what their thing since they got on campus, from recruiting to coaching up the kids between spring ball and the regular season, and then how this offseason has went the last month and a half. I say last 2 months have been amazing. And so you got all that momentum that started building up back in I would say January when he got hired. Matt Rule got hired in January of 2023. So that's when that momentum started. And when you had the proof in the pudding of the results of training camp and spring ball in last season, where there was an improvement, it was a visual improvement game by game. Some of the mistakes were there. We pointed them out, but overall we saw a change in attitude in the players on that field, because players, they had taken over from other coaching staffs too, were then now playing better, and the team overall was a lot better. And so progressively seeing that as a fan base, you're paying attention, and we know Husker fans pay attention. They're going to be like, you know what, this team is doing better because last year against so-and-so, they did the game like this year before last. And now this year was like this. So you have those conversations going amongst the fan base.
Absolutely. And as you all mentioned, collectively, the athletic department across the board, you think about the addition
women's
of Jordan
basketball too. You know, they had a great season. You know?
Exactly. You look at what you talked about, Raff, with Keisei, AG, talking about this. We have a very studious fan base, a very rabid fan base, but you also look at the addition of Jordy Ball to the softball team. Right. There was a lot of people that were excited about that, and obviously she gets hurt right away, but there was still that anticipation for Nebraska to have a great season. So you look at for the softball team, the basketball team, the baseball team ended up having a good year, win the Big Ten championship, also the anticipation with the new staff. All of those things add money into the coffers.
Yeah.
You got it number 5, which we round this up before we take a quick break again. Georgia was at 210 million. They placed in the top 10 the last number of years, 2 million plus. They had a surplus, not a surplus, but made 2 million more back to back. Michigan rounded out number 4. They were 229 million. They saw a jump in revenue on the gridiron to 142 million and saw a $10 million increase in ticket sales. $10 million increase. That's just in ticket sales. Texas, you know, they're always going to be there. 271 million. They're near the top of these rankings almost yearly as far as that goes. And then at number 2, you had Texas A&M, which I thought was a little shocker at 279 million. I guess them joining the ACC definitely helped out as far as, you know, overall income, et cetera, that goes, revenue. And then number 1, the Ohio State at 279 million. They placed number 1 revenue rankings for the second straight year. And their 120 football revenue, 127 football revenue was split fairly between ticket sales, donations, and the men's basketball team before it's finished number 8.
And don't forget, Ohio State has new leadership in place. They have obviously Ted Carter as their president, but then July 1st was when Rossi Bork took over as the athletic director, the former Texas A&M guy, went to Ohio State and took over on July 1st for Gene Smith. And so a little bit of new leadership there. I mean, those are 2 big jobs, Texas A&M and Ohio State, that now have new leaders in their athletic department or an athletic director chair and stuff. And obviously then Texas still,
and they rank 1 and 2.
Does their thing. Texas, I don't know, guys. I as I've been diving into the Jim Schlossnagle stuff with Texas, my goodness, the type of just checks that those types of programs get. I mean, you have boosters going into your office, just dropping on by going, here, what do you want this $4 million check for? What do you want this for?
And Nick, just effortless. Just what you need.
Without, what do you need? And, I mean, like now it's becoming more of a thing for like the regent chairs and stuff to be at press conferences. Nebraska had some at Troy Dannon's introductory press conference. Texas had the one at Jim Schlossnagel's introductory press conference. And it's just always funny to hear them talk because they're like, whatever we need, we will help these guys out with. And I'm like, dang, this is just things go on that I think we just don't even can, wrap our brains around at times. Maybe not at Nebraska, but at those institutions like Texas, A&M, and Ohio State, obviously, it's a different world, I think.
The thirst and crave for championships is relentless. And they're going to pay whatever it takes.
Yeah. A&M's willing to pay a coach $90 million
to leave.
Go. A whole whopping $2 or $3 million back from Schlossnagel leaving. Texas A&M is going to pay close to $3 million Texas is going to pay close to $3 million for a baseball coach. I mean, you have a significant investment going into Texas A&M's baseball stadium. I mean, it's just kind of bizarre to think about the type of financial promises and investments that they're making into sports that generate, next to nothing when compared to football.
Right. There's that old saying, guys, by, I believe, this congressman, I look it up. It's the late Republican Senator Everett Dirksen. It was famous for saying, so a billion here, a billion there. Now we're talking real money.
Yeah.
I want to know when the Nebraska football jerseys are going to drop. I mean, how do I get my Dylan Raiola jersey? Can you imagine how many of those are going to be sold?
It's going to be a lot of them.
It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. I hope esports could get a little introduction into the athletic department. We need a couple. We need some funds here and there.
AG, when you threw the first pitch for the Brewers, did they give you the billions?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they gave me a Brewers jersey and a glove and a tour of the dugout.
Okay.
The clubhouse. Nice. A tour of the dugout, a jersey, and the clubhouse.
And
by the way, at the time, I gave him a hard time. After I came out of the clubhouse, it looked like a convenience store lobby. Okay. How you walk into 7-Eleven or Quick Trip. They had a slushy machine. They had Snickers, Kit Kats, M&M's, Skittles. They had everything that you would give maybe a kid going to the movie theater. I was like, what is going on? I said, this is why baseball players at that time, this is 2002. This is why baseball players are out of shape. I was like, I was giving them a hard time.
Jeez.
I gave them just a little bit of rough time. I said,
they weren't out of shape then. They're all doing steroids.
So AG, you're telling me that if you would have went to your coach with the Packers and been like, Coach, can we get a slushie or a popcorn machine? They would have said no.
I was asking for. I put in a chiropractor before I left Green Bay. What else?
Probably like a beef jerky machine. You're probably like,
a vegan bar, a salad bar, vegan only. Yes, I did all. Like the chiropractor is there because of me in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So,
oh my god!
I brought up the health standard.
This guy.
All thanks to Green.
But by the way,
all thanks to Green. AG, all thanks to Green, baby.
Exactly. Well, I want to bring up one more thing about this list of revenue for these athletic departments. If I'm not mistaken, is Oregon Ducks part of the Big Ten yet?
Yeah.
Well, they weren't at the time though.
They will eventually on August.
But
1st.
So that means
2025 they will.
44% of this list is Big Ten teams. I just want to put that out there. So Big Ten.
They spending.
What? Money. What that sound say? Money.
Big time money. Folks, we're going to go to a break. Hear from our teammates and our partners. Last segment coming up, the RGT. It's The Drive, 93.7 A Ticket.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the pursuit of justice for those that have been injured. My name is Eric Hagan, attorney with Liberty Law Group. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call 877-42-LIBERTY. Our detail-oriented trial attorneys are committed to the highest quality legal representation. At Liberty Law Group, we will fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Once again, that's 877-42-LIBERTY.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Tito's on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Play ball! Summertime is here, and so is another action-packed baseball season with the Lincoln Salt Dogs. Bring your whole crew to Haymarket Park to experience the magic under the lights and the thrill of the game. Enjoy daily specials like Wiener Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Fireworks Friday, and Family Fun Day Sunday, plus special events and discounts. Don't miss out on the excitement. Strike three, you're out! Visit saltdogs.com to see this week's promotions and secure your tickets to unleash the fun.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA. Health LNK is Lincoln's newest weight loss center, located at 7121 Pioneers Boulevard. At Health LNK, they've got all the goodies. From magic beans, okay, they're vitamins and supplements, to health gurus, they call them coaches, who know all the tips and tricks to make you feel your best. Let's face it, we all want to feel better, so why not get help from the professionals? Health LNK is open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Fridays. Visit Health LNK today at 71st and Pioneers.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Do you have a new address or phone number? Update your info with Powerline, LES's outage reporting system. Visit les.com/powerline or call 402-475-4211 to sign up.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade to an Exactly Merge high-speed planter to cover more acres, increasing flexibility and productivity. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location to order your new John Deere planter and experience the Landmark difference.
Old school with DP and J.
And Todd Bowles, I'm gonna tell you this, DP. His voice does not match his body type.
That's what I'm saying. He's never I don't know how you can be led by Todd Bowles' voice.
That's a fireable offense anyway.
Like his facial expression is top notch. Then his voice, because it's literally you're there expecting. It's like Mike Tyson.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
folks, we are back to wrap things up. Rafferty, RGT, who's brought by, brother?
All right, everybody. The Raff's Good Take is proudly sponsored by Cigars Lounge, 800 Q Street, Lincoln, Nebraska. Stop in there between Monday, or actually any day of the week from 12 to 5. Just let them know you listen to 93.7 The Ticket, The Drive, and you can get 15% off anything in the lounge. So today's Raff's Good Take goes out to the Team Jack Golf Classic. They had their third annual golf scramble yesterday out at Wilderness Ridge. Just super cool how everybody comes together. You had like the Kenny Bells, the Adrian Martinez's, the Cam Jurgens all coming back to promote just such a great cause. It's just been, it's been cool to see it. It hasn't died down through the years. They continue to work so hard to find a cure for pediatric brain cancer, and just really cool. Omaha Steaks also, presenting it or sponsoring the tournament. So I just wanted to give my Raff's Good Take out to everybody that participated and helps out with Team Jack and the Golf Classic yesterday. You are Raff's Good Take.
Absolutely great cause, man. As you mentioned, man, it's there's a lot of guys out there that took part in such an amazing cause with Team Jack. So kudos all the cats that went out there and did that. They've raised some, obviously, a lot of money and support for a much needed cure. So we got in there. Absolutely. Well, fellas, today's AD Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, and weekends. Help ensure a meaningful life for the people you support and help them to achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. Quote that I saw yesterday, you guys, that stood out to me. It says, "What's my purpose in life?" Can be a paralyzing question. Replace in life with today or this week or this year, and it becomes answerable and actionable. Start there. So often, guys, we can see things that it seems so overwhelming. It's like, where do I even start? Well, just start with today. I was telling myself that, AG and Raff and Sarah, just focus on the day, because tomorrow ain't promised. Nothing you can do about yesterday. Just focus on today. Win your morning. Do your best to win your afternoon. And if you get enough wins in there, you've won the day. I mean, you don't take some hits, not some blows, but just win the morning. Then think about the afternoon. Think about the evening. At the evening nightcap, you think to yourself, how did today go? AG, last words for us, my man.
Yeah, just echo all the sentiments there, because we get caught up in thinking about what we got to do next week or a month or a year. Setting goals obviously is part of that, but sometimes when you just focus on the moment, then you're able to get a lot more done than you expect to get done. So
absolutely.
There you go.
You guys, real quick, when AG, just piggyback off what you said, when I'm cleaning my garage, and Raff will tell you, man, I can't stand a messy garage, so I kind of do it in, quite often, honestly, with the blower and blow it out. But when it gets real crazy, like after the holidays, I start in one section. If I look at the whole entire garage, I'm thinking, man, this is overwhelming.
It's
But I'm
depressing.
like, I'm just going to start in this section, clean that, go to the next, so on and so forth. Raff,
Yes,
take us
indeed.
home, man.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Remember, be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, Husker Nation, Matt Davison here with 1890. It's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, and to keep that momentum going, we need your help. Nebraska's always been a leader in college athletics, and we're doing the same through name, image, and likeness. NIL is a unique opportunity for every Husker fan to have a direct impact on the success of our programs. Through 1890, 100% of your contribution goes to the student athletes. So go to 1890nebraska.com, choose your sport, become a member, and help the Huskers recruit and retain the best. Go Big Red.
At Union Bank, People don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats. Dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people. Small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere planter from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Plant for success with the industry's latest technology. Upgrade